Hey traders, in today's video I want to take a bit of a step back and I want to share with you a powerful trading system. I'm going to walk you through I'm going to walk you through a powerful trading system right now, plus also walk you through some powerful technical indicators that you can use when looking to trade. And I'm going to walk you through, it's about three simple steps or 3 or 4 steps to look for within this trading setup, but it's very powerful and you're going to absolutely love it. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into today's video. What I want to do right now is I want to walk you through a really awesome setup. Now let's get straight into it. Now the first thing that we are looking for, right, the most powerful thing on the chart is the chart itself, right, is this chart itself. And it's trend analysis. Okay, so who's in control? That's the most powerful thing, is who's in control of the chart itself. So let me just bring these indicators down here for a minute and I'll get to these indicators in a minute. All right, so these indicators here are secondary. The first most important part to a successful trading system, I believe, is the chart itself, the pattern itself, and then the indicators come second. Anyway, so one thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we're jumping. We want to make sure that there's a trend in place, because if you're jumping in a sideways market, we're likely to get chewed up regardless of what the indicators are saying. So the very first thing we're looking for is we're just looking for, number one, we're looking to have someone clearly in control. And what does that mean? We're looking for a nice upward trend, higher highs and higher lows, or a downward trend, lower highs and lower lows. Very simple. If we get something like this, then it doesn't matter what I say on the second or the third rule of this trading system. Makes sense? So it doesn't matter about that, because it's you're gonna get chopped up about that. So we basically, what we do, we want to make sure that there's a definite trend in place. So that's the very first thing. So check, number one is we have a definite trend. We have a definite trend in place. And if you can see here, this actually happened on Twitter just recently. It's one of the reasons why I am bringing this up to you. So depending on when you watch this, you might be watching this now. It might be 2023 and you're watching this right now. It doesn't matter. It's just when these setups appear and you're doing your analysis and doing your homework, they're very powerful to see and to trade. So one, we have a nice trend analysis have a very nice trend analysis. And as you can see, we have a low, we have a higher low, and a higher low, and a higher low. So very nice upswinging, a very nice upward trend when it comes to the Twitter. Secondly is what we're looking for is the market to retrace to some sort of a nice trend line. So we're looking for a trend line or / support line. Very key here. You can see that what Twitter did, you can see what happened with Twitter. We actually had a bounce, and see how that, if I take everything off the screen here for a minute and I zoom in, notice how Twitter had starting point here, and then we drew the support line from there to there, and notice how we bounced off the trend line there and we bounced off the trend line right there. So this is a very nice upward, very nice 45-degree angle, or what do you want to call that angle, very nice upward angle trading indicator. Right, very nice support there. So not only are we in an upward trend, but the market has pulled back to a major support line, and then pulled back to a major support line in this nice upward trend. As you can see, very nice upward trend, and it's actually pulled back to that, but still in this upward trend. So we've had a pullback, and this is where a lot of traders go wrong. They think that because the market's pulling back, that the market's no longer in an upward trend, which is not true, right? We have the market swings like this. It just swings and swings and swings, and just like it did just recently. So you can see how it just swings like that. So the first rule is we're looking for a definite upward trend. The second rule is we're looking for the market to retrace to a nice support line, preferably being on an upward trend, sort of 45-degree angle, just like we have here on what happened with Twitter recently. And then this is where the indicators become powerful, right? This is where the best trading indicator, or the best trading indicators, can come into play when looking at and when trading, and we're looking for these nice trading setups. So we can see that we have this happening in play. But look what's happening with the trading indicators down here. Firstly, we have, let me just remove this for a minute. If I open up my indicators just a little bit more for you, There we go. Now, what you want to do, guys, is you don't want to have the indicators that big. You want to make sure that majority of your chart is the chart itself. Majority of the chart is the chart itself. Now, look at this here. This is where indicators can become an amazing, powerful tool to getting in on some sort of buying turning points. Look at this here. So we have a nice upward trend. We have a pullback to the trend line. Okay, step number one. So it's all about the chart itself. And then look what the market's telling us here. Very, 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 very powerful. We have the stochastics down the bottom here. Now the stochastics, I don't use the normal 14 stochastics like most people do. I use a 9 and a 5 on my settings and a smoothing of 3. It's just what I use myself. It's not like, oh, that's the magic indicator and so on and so forth. It's not. But that's basically what I use. And also what we see is I also just use obviously the standard RSI 14 with a moving average of a 3. So you can see how sometimes the RSI can be very volatile, but this moving average here that I've got, it just smooths it out a lot more, so I can see it a bit more clearer without the green line. And in fact, let me just do this here for a minute. If you'll notice here on my RSI, the RSI has done this. Look at this here. So you can see the RSI. If I open up my RSI a bit more now, you can see how the green line is the RSI, but the blue line is the moving average. And the blue line, the reason why I've done that is just so I can get the RSI a lot more smoother instead of these jagged up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm looking for that smooth sort of price action. So, or should I say smooth sort of moving average to get me to see that. So as you can see, so there we go. Now look at this here. Firstly, we have beautiful upward trend. Let's actually just recap this here. Firstly, we have a beautiful upward trend, higher lows. Secondly, the market's actually pulled back to a nice support line coming up on this upward trend. And then thirdly, we both have the stochastics and the RSI both getting down to, the market pulls back to the support level here in this upward trend, and then we both get the stochastics and the RSI getting right down to the oversold levels. That is very, 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 very powerful. Now, depending on what you want to do, you might, depending on how you trade that, you might want to trade it like that. You can use your own sort of entry rules if you're looking for a nice breakup bar. If you're looking for, if you can add volume if you want to it. It's totally up to you how you manage those sort of setups. But today, I thought I'd just give you guys a very, very, very simple but powerful trading system, but also using what I believe is some of the best trading indicators, which is the RSI and the stochastics, but you use those indicators in conjunction with what the market is telling you. So it's the market first, indicators second. And when you get the nice market giving us a nice trend analysis, and you can see even here, look at this point here, even though the market pulled back to this support level here, look what was happening with the stochastics down the bottom there. So that there is not as powerful as having the RSI and the stochastics. So you can see, notice how the RSI only got to there. And we had an upward move. But it's not as powerful as getting both the stochastics and the RSI pulling right back to the support level and having both these indicators down the bottom here, then giving you a pretty powerful sign that we're now likely to make a nice move. Because let's just recap again the rules once again. One, we have a nice upward trend in place. Higher highs, higher lows. In this case, we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then a push to the upside. Secondly, we have a nice support line coming into play. So it's pulling back to a support line. And fourthly, as it's pulling back to the support line, we're getting the indicators pulling over, indicators pulling over. So you would look to, if you're looking to get into somewhere here, say onto Twitter, you wouldn't get down the bottom here. What you want to do is you want to wait for it to start to pull up. So I would say, you might want to start there, like, just wait for it to find a bit of support and then start to slowly go up, and then maybe here would be your entry, and then you'd manage it from there. Make sense? So I hope this video helps you out today, guys. Just make sure that this system here is like any other system, guys, that it's not 100% foul proof, meaning you're going to have losses, and this is the way trading is. So don't be throwing the house at it or throwing all your money at one trade trying to make a lot of money. This is just another amazing system and I want you to go out there and just test it for yourself. And if you like it, trade it. If you don't, then that's okay as well too. Guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this, and let me know what you think about the indicators and so on and so forth. Let me know what indicators you use as well too, for trading the markets. And also, if you would like to get my help, if you'd like more education about this, then jump on my free trading course that I'm giving away. I normally charge for it, but for a limited time, I'm actually giving it away at johnsfreegift.com. So go get that right now, guys, and I'll speak to you guys real soon.